You're fantastic. I'm a psychic. And I have something to tell you.
You never know who you're about to meet, and I've found that it's best to keep an open mind because as the world opens up again and more people are traveling, I'm meeting lots of people that aren't local to Melbourne. I've actually become somewhat of a tour guide. I don't really know clubs, but I know some bars.
Yeah.
I have like some go-to bars.
Yeah, that's fine. Anywhere where there's alcohol.
I'll take you to my dungeon. That's fine. I'm kidding.
Oh, God.
We're here for a fun time and a long time.
Around the corner here, there's a club called Love Mac. I'm not sure if you've heard of it.
No, I haven't.
Multiple shootings in the last couple of years.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm down.
So you grew up in Sydney?
No, I'm from Perth originally.
Are you from Perth?
But thank you for assuming that I'm from Sydney.
Is that a compliment?
I don't mean to make you feel intimidated, but I had the best Uber ride I've ever had in my whole life today.
Sure.
So you got big shoes to fill.
We got time. Beck was running late this morning and almost missed her flight, but then she had an Uber driver who gave her allegedly the best Uber ride that she's ever had. Yeah, right.
As he pulls in closer, I see on the side, he's got a sign that says Alex Bear, musician, and then a phone number. And I was immediately intrigued. You're okay, you look very sad. And I was like, sorry, I've just had the worst morning. I've had an awful morning. And he's like, you know what you need to do? We need to listen to Boogie Wonderland. Because you can't be sad and listen to Boogie Wonderland. Dance Boogie Wonderland. He's like, you know what? You need to listen to more bands with saxophone. Bands with saxophone are the best bands.
What a legend.
How do you drive in
Yeah.
Melbourne? We've been walking
We're
around.
trying to like understand the traffic lights.
It doesn't
And
make
it just
any
does
sense.
not make sense.
How have you never crashed into a tram?
So,
Or a bike.
so,
or like
so
the
orange
scooters.
light goes red means stop.
Yeah, we get that. We know how to drive.
Now I'm stationary, it's gonna go green in a second.
Right.
Green means go.
What do you mean?
Yellow means go faster.
Are you talking about like hook turns?
Every single time I come down here, and then I get into an Uber, and then I'm like, what's happening? What's happening? What's he doing? Oh my god! And then I'm like, oh, it's a hook turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's the only city in the world that I think does this.
Yes, it is. It's so counterintuitive. You know what a hook turn is?
Should
Maybe we do need a driving lesson.
No. We only have them in Melbourne. Have you
Then
not
we
heard?
definitely do not know what a hook
Yeah,
turn is.
but no.
So a hook turn is to allow for trams to like not be interrupted by cars turning. You turn right from the left lane, and you wait for it to go. You wait for it to go red before you turn. Mindfuck. It's a proper mindfuck. Alrighty, so this white Audi, this four-wheel drive here, is turning right, but he's doing it from the left lane. You see the cars and the tram are passing, everything is flowing nicely. He's waiting to turn right, and he can only do so when it goes red for him and green for the cars that are traveling, perpendicular to him. Can become a little bit dangerous here. It goes orange for him, and this guy's gone, and that could have been an accident. That's the one dangerous thing about hook turns.
Okay, see,
Yeah,
but this.
does it not stress you out driving?
How
like
are you
this?
driving on a tram line right now? What
Yeah,
if
but notice how smooth it is.
Are you like?
I don't know how safe it is, but
your
like
wheels are just
following-
hooked in?
We
yeah.
actually-
When you're late, do you tell people you're running late, or do you just show up late?
Depends if I've taken my meds or not. Because
Which meds? Like, what are we talking about?
So I have bipolar and ADHD.
Okay.
What I like to call the nightmare cocktail, and I like to call it an artist's muse. My ADHD meds, as much as I thought they would make me on time, they don't. They just give me the foresight to message people that I'm gonna. I feel like at some point we've all had a bad manager. Adib and Hannah are having a bit of an ongoing struggle with a manager of theirs. What's something that your manager does that you don't appreciate?
Oh god.
Do you want the list?
That is a solid list. And stop pointed at
Micromanaging?
Oh my god, that's the worst.
Okay, we hate that.
My manager there was a woman who's name I can't say, but it starts with, let's just call her Kay.
Sure.
She'd time your breaks, like, down to the second.
Micromanager.
Yeah, like, literally, she would time you, and if you went over, at the end of the day, she'd make a joke of being like, oh, leaving at 7? Sorry, I think you need to leave at 7 and 32 seconds.
Wow.
And you'd go,
Yeah.
3:28 a.m.
and at one point, Kay took a fry pan and raised it above her head at a customer when they wouldn't leave after she wouldn't give them a refund.
Fuck.
And I was like, I'm out.
The manager was upstairs talking shit about
about both of you. And you had you,
and one of my friends was actually upstairs at the time doing training and was messaging me as it was happening going, the manager's talking shit about you.
Oh,
So that's really fun.
You would swear off for life if you got me on a bad day. I did that company such a disservice. One time I remember I was having a foul mood of a day. This woman comes up with an empty container, right?
Okay.
Just a Tupperware container.
Sure.
She goes, what can I put in this? And I go, whatever you fucking like. And she was like,
Really?
excuse me? And I was like, use your imagination. Whatever you want.
Do you know how many people working in retail, and I've worked in retail, would kill to say that, to respond like that?
Oh.
That's literally the dream.
Did you vote today?
I did. I'm waiting in line, and there's just like this poster of a guy named Max Dix, and it says, Max Dix, your vote is in your hands. And I was like, there is no way.
There's no way, that's
like
real.
someone's planted this here, and it's a troll. This guy, Max Dix, he's just making dick jokes at election time. I fucking love it.
Big dick energy.
Do you
But
reckon
then
it was real?
5 minutes later, and then 5 minutes later, he just appears and he's like saying hello to everybody in line. The guy on the poster is just standing, walking through, giving people like his card.
It's a sign.
It literally was a sign. And I like to, dude, this is crazy. Like I literally, I just sent him a DM of his poster, and I just said like, this is brilliant. Like I love it. Because I like searched him up on Instagram. I was like trying to kill time. I fanboyed so hard. I was like, can I get a photo? That's the coolest thing in the world. He gives me his card. I said, this is the greatest time to have some dicks in my hand. But I still to this day don't know if he was legitimately running or if...
Right.
Because this whole thing, he even gave me his card, and it's like, Google my name, you won't regret it. I was like, this is incredible. If this is where politics is going, I'm in.
You'd have to be the nicest guy ever if your name is Max Dix. Or you'd have to kill yourself. Like, you have to, like...
Well, these parents, like, they were having a laugh.
I mean, maybe he was born with a gift. And they're like, we gotta let the people know early.
That made my morning. I mean, I got home, I went to bed at like 11 a.m., but I wasn't mad about it because I met Max Dix and I shook his hand.
You stayed up all night to meet Max Dix. I've done the same many
Yeah, I was
times.
gonna
so.
say, a lot of people do that.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Beck's a stand-up comic, and at a gig of hers recently, something kind of intense happened.
I went to the back of the room behind the audience after my set to watch my friend on stage, and this woman comes bowling up to me, and she is the drunkest British woman I've ever met. She's like in her 50s, right, and she's breathing into my mouth. I can smell her organs fermenting.
Oh my
I was
God,
like,
that's
oh
most descriptive. Okay.
And she says to me, she goes, "You're fantastic. I'm a psychic. And I have something to tell you."
The drunk psychic went on to explain that a year ago, to the day, a stand-up comic had passed, and the parents were at the comedy club that night to commemorate her.
And she's like, come meet this family. And I was frozen because I was like, what am I gonna say to this grieving family? Like, what?
Yeah.
Me as a dumb little comedian who's just talked about my pussy for 15 minutes. Can I possibly say to this family who's lost someone, like, hey, it's me, I'm back? And I was like, what do I do? And all the comics were like, do nothing.
Oh, man.
Hi. I told them about it, and then they escorted her out also for being too drunk. So,
Yes.
yay. Condolences to the family.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
You
No,
too.
thank you.
Enjoy the rest
Nice
of
to
your
meet you.
night.
That's
Oh,
fist
I
bump.
can't believe
Okay,
we
well,
just... Oh, I'm so sorry.